And as raucous as it was on Friday night, everybody knows they're about to watch something special. That's what you get when you have Leo Messi in the building. Won it on the free kick on Friday, and now he gets to go a little bit longer for these fans to enjoy.
Yeah, very great to see the captain leading out his team with all these little small kids holding hands. What a special moment for the person that's touching Leo Messi. Brilliant. The introduction, obviously different that we've seen in MLS. Smoke is coming out. The bombs are going off in the supporter section. The anticipation of this story, Luke's story, maybe continuing tonight as well after that brilliant winner. Basically a walk-off stunner from Messi to win it in the last game against Cruz Azul.
94th minute, walk-off buzzer beater free kick, however you want to phrase it. Last kick of the game, he wins it in style, only the way he can. 63rd career direct free kick goal. It has him among the leaders all time. He's actually 2 behind David Beckham, so 2 more, and he'll tie his owner. We'll get you the starting 11s now as these teams are posing for the pregame picture, and then we will get into the action. We'll start with the visitors, Atlanta. It's their first game of Leagues Cup here, a 3-team group. They were the idle team on Friday night, so they make their Leagues Cup debut tonight. In goal, Brad Guzan. They're playing out of a back 3 with Luis Abram, Miles Robinson, and Juanjo Purata, with your right wing back, Brooks Lennon, left wing back, Caleb Wiley. In the holding midfield for Atlanta, Mateus Rossetto, Santiago Sosa, with Thiago Almada ahead of them as the 10, and Yorgos Giacomakis, their leading scorer with 10 goals up top, alongside Tyler Wolff. On the other side for Inter Miami, it's Drake Callender in goal. 4-2-3-1, the formation with Noah Allen on the left, Kamal Miller left center, Serhii Krivtsov right center back, and DeAndre Yedlin on the right. In the holding midfield, Dixon Arroyo with Sergio Busquets also making his first start tonight for Inter Miami. Benjamin Kremaski plays in that pseudo number 10 role. It's Robert Taylor coming off the left. It's Josef Martinez up top. And on the right wing, it is Lionel Messi making his first start for Inter Miami. And as these teams take the field, they've already met this season on this field. A 2-1 win on that night for Inter Miami back in early April. TR times are so different now, you really can't even look at that game as a comparison to see how things might go tonight.
No, you're absolutely right, because you got 2 of the greatest influencers, I think, in the modern game. And obviously, Leo Messi first and foremost, but also the inclusion, as you said, of Sergio Busquets, huge for this team. So this team will take a new identity in the way they play, and with their new coach, really his 3rd game for Inter Miami in Tata Martino. We'll see how this team will approach games and tactically how things unfold with and without the ball in terms of their balance. But yes, the anticipation is high of a team, as I said again. We're just going to talk about the future, not the past anymore.
And Leo Messi out there now for the coin toss with Brad Guzan. Those two are a little acquainted with each other. Copa America Centenario 2016 semifinal. Leo had a direct free kick goal, one of the 63 in his career. It was almost the same spot as the free kick was on Friday night, the winner for Inter Miami, except he put it over the wall, upper 90, far post. Brad Guzan was full stretch, and it still sailed in. It was inch perfect, and Brad Guzan maybe having a laugh down on the field with Messi about that, hoping tonight that his defenders don't commit any fouls, any dangerous free kicks in zone 14. Otherwise, it could be trouble again.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw, as you just described, Messi take quite a few free kicks. 8 goals out of 10, even in the warm-ups. That's a pretty good return. And the crowd going crazy with the anticipation. Messi won the toss. He took the ball as well. They're going towards defense as well in that first half, which might give them a little bit more energy. And again, talking about energy, there's going to be nerves among all of the Inter Miami players for the first time with Leo Messi in the starting 11.
And I know at your advanced age, sometimes the eyes go on you, but you had a great spot. The fans down in front of us, there's actually an Atlanta United jersey with the number 10 Messi on the back of it tonight. So I don't really know who he's rooting for. Maybe just hope that Messi scores for Inter Miami and hope his Atlanta United team wins. But it's right in front of us, about 10 rows below from the booth, Atlanta United Leo Messi jersey. But clearly he's representing the pink tonight It's Inter Miami from right to left in the pink. It's Atlanta from left to right in their trademark red and black stripes. It looks like Atlanta will have the ball to start things off tonight. No part of me, Joseph Martinez now into the circle. So Inter Miami will start off from right to left in the pink. There's the opening whistle, and we're underway from Dry Pink Stadium. The first ever start for Leo Messi and Sergio Busquets in this new era for Inter Miami, hosting tonight Atlanta United in their second game of the League's Cup. For Inter Miami, 1 point gets them through the knockout round. 2 or 3 points allows them to clinch the group tonight. Joseph Martinez across midfield finds Busquets in the middle. Now Messi. Back for Dixon Arroyo. Every time he touches it, you can sense it. There's a buzz about the crowd. I don't even have to say his name. You could just tell from the natural sound coming through your radio who has the ball.
Interesting, too, that Gonzalo Pineda, the coach of Atlanta, has made an adjustment. It's a back four right now. That means he's really concerned about Leo Messi.
I would be, too.
So it's Robinson centrally.
Sergei Kripsov looks through the middle for Dixon Arroyo. It's a misplay. Now coming back the other way, Caleb Wiley down the left wing for Atlanta. Wiley pushes it back for Luis Abram. And now Miles Robinson playing the middle of this back three for Atlanta. Abram across midfield, feeds it through for Yakimaki's flag, stays down for now. Yakimaki's coming in alone, 1v1, tries to cross it back post, off the hand of Callender and in, but the offside flag is up. Offside flag comes up late. The late offside, as the assistant referees are coached to do. They will have a look at it on VAR to double check. Callender got a hand to it, but couldn't keep it out. So it's either offside against Atlanta or a 1-0 Atlanta lead just 2 minutes in.
Yep. Lennon has dropped as the right fullback, and as you said, Abraham on that left side pretty much now, man-to-man against Leo Messi.
All eyes now on our official. He's holding up the stop sign, Alberto Escobar, waiting to give the okay to take this kick as they double check the VAR. And the offside is confirmed. So Atlanta narrowly misses a quick opening goal. And Miami plays it out of the back. Noah Allen on this left side came on as a substitute early last game for the injured Ian Frey. Kamal Miller left the game early with some cramps last week, now starting tonight. Feeds it out to the left side for Noah Allen. Allen taken down, and a free kick deep in their own third for Inter Miami. He was pressured by Tyler Wolf.
Trying to operate between the two lines and really moving Abraham or looking what Abraham's response is. Sosa getting tight also in that zone. So important for Inter Miami to be able to build and try to play vertically. And Busquets already found Messi with a one-touch vertical pass early on.
Noah Allen on this left wing, a little nutmeg through Tyler Wolf to Ben Hakramaski. Back up the left side now for Allen. He looks centrally for Josef, who dummies it through to Messi, but Messi can't get there. It was a good step up on the back line by Luis Abram. Now down the right wing, it's DeAndre Yedlin. Back for Dixon Arroyo near midfield, 3 minutes in. You're at Dry Pink Stadium. Sergio Busquets directing traffic, feeds from right to left to find Ben Hakramaski, who calmly goes back to Sergei Kripsov in the midfield circle. Over the top of Arroyo, looking for Yedlin. Long run to get there, and he'll wisely let it out, conserve the energy out for an Atlanta goal kick.
Yeah, the better option there is when Yedlin goes, Messi drops. And as soon as that interchange happens, Arroyo just needs to play a hard ball into Messi's feet, regardless if there's somebody behind him. He's one of the best to get away on his first touch from defenders.
Out to midfield for Yakimakis, back to the midfield line. He's forced to play it to his back line, and Wiley dangerously inside now, kept alive by Santiago Sosa with Martinez and Messi looking. Switched out to the right side for Brooks Liddon. He's dangerous on this right side for Atlanta. One of their leading assist men with 7. Feeds it ahead for Tyler Wolf in the attacking third. Tries across. It's deflected by Allen, and it spins out for an Atlanta corner. Going from left to right Atlanta.
Very early in my career that I in the first 2 practices, I never played Cruyff when he was marked tightly. He said, that's the time to play me. So I can roll a guy. Don't worry about the pressure. And that's what some of the adjustments of these players that are taught to find the open men, not necessarily the men that's marked.
Thiago Almada set to take this corner here for Atlanta. The other World Cup winner for Argentina on the field tonight. Drives it in. It's Yedlin heading away. Edge of the area, knotted along. Players have it loose in the box now for Atlanta, all battling for him. The offside flag comes up. Juanjo Purata was the man who was in the offside position.
Yeah, and Tata Martino's learned his lesson away against St. Louis, where we conceded 3 goals of set pieces as well. Much better against Cruz Azul, winning first and second balls. And also, after you clear it, the line comes up quickly, which means that second face ball that's being played in 99 of 100 times, if you're on the same page, the opposing team will be offside. So much better execution there.
Now playing from the back, Serhii Krivtsov to his left for Kamal Miller. 5 minutes gone, scoreless at Drive Pink Stadium. Happy to have you this evening on 560 WQAM with Thomas Rungan. I'm Joe Malfa. Rolled all the way back to Drake Callender. To Miami from right to left in the all-pink. Callender goes long across midfield. Miles Robinson calmly nods it to his left for Luis Abram. Leo was lurking. Had gotten over the head of Robinson. Messi would have been in free. Santiago Sosa plays it back for Juanjo Purata on the right side of this back three for Atlanta. Back into the midfield now for Santiago Sosa. Left side, Luis Abram. Across midfield, Thiago Almada gets a touch on it.
Very clear, too, that Inter Miami drops in a full 4-2 on loss of possession as well. Messi comes centrally with Joseph Martinez. Taylor gets tied into midfield to make it a 4.
Almada looking long. Brooks Lennon sneaks in behind. Callender lets it go. Lets Lennon get there. Thought Callender was going to come out and get it. Saved at the end line, put in front, and headed away by Yedlin. Callender had a bad read on that ball. I think he thought it was going out of play, but Lennon had it tracked. Now recycled the possession for Atlanta. It's Sosa pushing toward the edge of the area. Feeds to the right side for Brooks Lennon. 3 goals, 7 assists on the season. Lennon cuts to his right, chips it toward the back post, and it's off the post. It almost floated in. It was a cross, but it drifted and nearly beat Callender. Now kept alive by Atlanta briefly on the far wing. It's Busquets who is having to fight off the charging Santiago Sosa. Plays it back for Kamal Miller, and Inter Miami builds from the back now.
That came out of nowhere, actually. I think Lennon was trying to cross that ball, got away from him, but also misjudged by Drake Callender twice now. That his depth perception almost seems off a little bit, Joe. You're right.
Kamal Miller with it. Looks through the lines for Josef Martinez. Laid back now for Busquets, who touches along for Kramaski. Left for Messi. Messi looking in behind for Taylor. A perfectly weighted ball. Goes out off his line and clears just outside the area. Taylor almost getting on the end of the long through ball from Leo Messi. Busquets settles now at midfield. Over the top to Messi. Flag stays down. Messi coming in alone on goes out to his left. Off the post. Rebound. He scores! Messi, earlier than Friday, still giving these fans something to get off their feet about. It's 1-0 Inter Miami.
Absolutely brilliant exchange between two guys that can read their body language. Messi makes that step towards the ball, turns, there is space. Atlanta United bites as well, and on the through ball against the post follows his own ball and tucks it away. Sergio Busquets on a plate. Messi in 1v1 beats Guzan. And on the follow-up at the right foot, in front of the fans, 1-0. Woo-hoo!
You know he's going to put on a show every time he steps between the lines. He came on in the 54th minute on Friday. He starts from minute 1 tonight. It took him till minute 94 to score on Friday. It takes him until minute 8 to score tonight. And Inter Miami has a 1-0 lead. But you know what? It's 2023. VAR exists. The crowd is bowing literally to Messi, but we have to hold this up. They're checking to make sure it was onside.
It is.
As is customary now. I'm with you. We had a good view of
Absolutely.
it. I think it's clean, but they are checking it.
Yep.
So that could end the party. No, there's the whistle. Goal is good. 1-0 to Inter Miami.
The no-look pass by Busquets, absolutely brilliant. So Messi does it, takes 2 steps towards Busquets, which he's done for 10 years straight, bites and coaxes the Atlanta right side to step with him, and all of a sudden spins,
Trying to get it right back now, Atlanta to the end line. And it's off of Yedlin out for a corner. Almost caught Inter Miami napping right off the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, which has happened in the past as well. And that's where also the veteran experience of Busquets and Messi probably comes in to make sure concentration stays high, guys. Discipline stays high as well.
In-swinger coming from Almada from the far side of the field. Almada drops it top of the 6. It's headed and it's saved by Callender. It was a weak header off the head of Luis Abram, and it was drifting wide, but Callender wasn't taking any chances. It took a weird bounce off the ground with the backspin it had and cut toward the post. So now a corner from the near side as Almada comes all the way across to take this one. Oh, pardon me, this one will be Brooks Lennon now positioning the ball from the near side. Conceded twice from corners against St. Louis a couple of weeks ago. Inter Miami. Now Lennon sends it to the back of the 6, headed across frame, but Callender is there with his paws on it.
And look at Messi right now. All right, slow down, slow down. Let's get organized, get back in your positions. Let's make our balances right when we start distributing and possess the ball out of the back. So much better composure, so much better balance already with Busquets and Messi on this team. Brilliant to see the influence of those players, but also Tata Martino's influence as a coach.
Kramaski, after a near giveaway by Kamal Miller, settles it down in the midfield. And it's played back now to Miller from Noah Allen. So officially, it comes in the 8th minute for Leo Messi. His second goal in as many games for Inter Miami. Robert Taylor with it down the left wing. He's fouled. Free kick coming. This is just in front of Tata Martino, really. About halfway between the 18 and the halfway line, all the way up against this left sideline. It'll be played quickly now by Taylor, right back into play. And back for Kamal Miller.
Yeah, you almost feel like Robert Taylor right now is a starter for sure for Tata Martino. And he can play on both sides. He can help you defensively as well. Such a hard worker and can score the occasional goal. Few goals, few assists this year. Very good year by Robert Taylor. Can only get better, as I said again, with Messi and Busquets on the field.
For Messi tonight, that was the 1,030th time for Club or Country that he's taken the field.
Amazing.
And it's his 809th goal for Club or Country.
Wow.
You factor in the assists, he averages 1.17 goal contributions per game. Now flick through to Martinez. Edge of the area, Martinez! Just over the bar. Tried to sneak it near post on Brad Guzan. It sails into La Familia. Goal kick on the way.
Incredible back heel by Messi again. His vision is incredible. The feel for the game. The ability to know when to dribble and when also to distribute. Little flick, little back heel. And why not Joseph? Tough angle. But he goes for it with his left foot. Just skies it over Brett Guzan. And that started with an initial press set by Messi and everybody joining in and winning the ball in midfield.
Brooks Lennon has it floated his way off the goal kick. He mounts it centrally. Pivoting back, Rossetto under some pressure now. Kramaski pressures Sosa, but it's out to the left wing for Caleb Wiley in some open space. 13 minutes have come and gone, a 1-0 lead for Inter Miami on Messi's second goal in 2 games of this League's Cup. Now Thiago Almada drives at the back line of Inter Miami, cuts to his left, feeds to his left. Here's Wiley in the 18. Wiley a step over, goes back now for Sosa. Santiago Sosa rolls it along for Rossetto to the right wing for Brooks Lennon. Brooks Lennon pressured by Noah Allen. Cuts to his right toward the end line. Now back to his left. A little turn underneath.
Well defended by Noah Allen in a 1v1 against one of the better wide players. Well done.
Cutting through was Rossetto, now fed inside toward Wolf. And taken away by Busquets. Edge of the 18. Now coming away with it, Robert Taylor. Doesn't have numbers. We'll slow it down. And feed to the left side for Benhat Kramaski. Now Noah Allen. Back for Kamal Miller. Kamal Miller was the big acquisition for a while. He's taken a back seat now. They traded for him back on April 12th, and he's been terrific. So long as he's been here, missed some time, of course, at the Gold Cup with Canada.
You see slowly that chemistry building between Sergi and Kamal. Essentially, those two guys are good defenders, but also more comfortable now in their distribution.
Noah Allen, as they still play around the back, now feeds it through for Serhii Krivtsov. Krivtsov has acres of space, will just carry about 10, 15 yards, continues to bring it up the field. Still now almost at the halfway line with it. Gives it up for Arroyo. Now across the halfway line, Busquets feeds it back for Krivtsov. Patience here from Inter Miami in possession.
Yeah, they're probing, and they don't panic, which in the past they would, and would have a lot of turnovers in those areas. Middle third, right now pretty comfortable in moving the ball and trying to go forward. If not, we restart and we recycle again.
Played back for Dixon Arroyo. Arroyo all the way back for Callender. We haven't seen it that often this year that this team plays this heavy possession, but of course a new era with new faces. Kamal Miller now out to midfield for Joseph Martinez. Martinez will switch to the right side for DeAndre Yedlin. Just kept it in. Barely. Needed every inch of his frame on the leap to keep it in with the forehead. And it's settled now by Arroyo. Up the right wing, it's Messi. Cuts inside, looking to hit the switch to Robert Taylor. And he puts it right on his foot. Taylor, his first touch takes him wide. Into the area now. Taylor, a step over, cuts in. Back to the edge of the 18. Kramaski and Messi came right between them. And it was taken by Mateus Rossetto.
Before the first game, I said, because I've called Messi's game the last few years, when he played for Barcelona, for BN, and also for PSG, and there's always 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wow moments. Switching the point of attack to Robert Taylor right there. Brilliant ball in the path of Taylor. Unfortunately, his first touch let him down, but vintage Messi right now.
Kramaski almost knocked a through ball into the path of Messi. A poor pass by Juanjo Purata. It's recovered by Atlanta. Now Santiago Sosa turns. Defensive midfielder for Atlanta gets it across midfield. Sosa started 10 games in the regular season so far for Atlanta. Now ahead to Brooks Lennon at the end line. Floats it again. Second time that he's done that. Mishit it. Last time it hit the post. This time it drifts out for a goal kick.
Yeah. Brooks Lennon, one of the better, in this case, they played out of a 3-5-2. Staying high right now. Maybe Thiago Almada's made a change and going back to a back three, allowing Lennon to play more advanced on that right side.
Seti Krivtsov had to scamper a distance to get there. Playing out of the back now. Almost gave it away. Busquets just got to it. Poor pass by Krivtsov. A dangerous one. Now Kamal Miller feeds it through to Kramaski. On the left wing, Noah Allen feeds it back for Kamal Miller. And possession right now is just about 60-40 in Inter Miami's favor. In the pre-Messi era, that wouldn't be something we saw too often. A lot of times their best play came when they didn't have the ball, TR. Didn't often see them try and build like this to the lines, but it goes without saying this is a very different era and different group out there now, under a different coach.
No doubt.
Messi gets a touch on the ball, receives from Kramaski, sends it down the left wing for Taylor, who put in front of a darting Noah Allen. It's Taylor at midfield, goes back and forth with Kramaski. And Taylor will pivot back to Krivtsov. From right to left in the all-pink, Inter Miami. Krivtsov to the right wing for Yedlin. And back again for Arroyo.
And we've called a lot of games, Joe, you and I. This is the most comfortable I've seen an Inter Miami team in possession. Everybody so much more comfortable in the ball from the back four through midfield to the front two.
On the right side now, it's Yedlin. A good find by Joseph Martinez. Get it to DeAndre. Dixon Arroyo with it, slows it down. Messi dummies it through to Busquets, and Busquets leaves it for Messi. Over the top, looking for Robert Taylor. Headed away by Brooks Lennon, and the loose ball is won by Noah Allen, settled by Busquets. Sergio Busquets back for Noah Allen. On the left wing, Benha Kramaski. Kramaski waiting for somebody to move around.
When Lennon steps, he knows Taylor goes.
Kramaski looking through for Martinez. Lennon intercepts for Atlanta. And now intercepted by Arroyo. Good pressure here on the counter press for Inter Miami. Kramaski back for Yedlin. Here's Messi outside the 18, cutting to his left. Messi looks through, finds Taylor in the 18. Now Taylor back to Messi, top of the box. Left it for Martinez, back for Messi, right to Guzan. He didn't have to move a muscle. And
nice interchange again. Fluid in that final third. 1 and 2 touches again. Robert Taylor, the go-to guy for Messi right now, going back centrally with Martinez to step over, allowing Messi to get a ball from distance. Just couldn't get enough on it. Easy save for Guzan, but very promising in that final third, in particular with Taylor on his left side.
To the right wing for Lennon. They've had their most success coming down this side, but Noah Allen read the play well and got over in time to knock it out for a throw-in right in front of the Atlanta bench. From left to right they go in their trademark red with black stripes. A club that maybe hasn't lived up to the potential so far in the regular season this year in MLS. It's been inconsistent, up and down. We know when they're at their best, TR, this is a team that can be a solid team. You don't want to face the playoffs, the talent they have, but this hasn't been there, especially with the injuries to Giacomakis. So we haven't really called much tonight as Lennon floats it up again, and Callender punches it away before Giacomakis gets there. And it is kept in by Noah Allen. He wasn't sure if it was going to be a corner or a goal kick, so he plays it up the left wing, and Kramaski tries to keep it in. He does. Back for Allen. Given away by Busquets just outside the 18. Now floated over everybody by Santiago Sosa. A poor ball by the Atlanta midfielder. On the left wing, Robert Taylor just across the halfway line. Taylor brings it along slowly and finds Messi lurking at midfield. Messi back for Kamal Miller. 4 shots, 2 on target thus far. For Inter Miami, just 1 shot on target for Atlanta. Stop made by Drake Callender, and it's played all the way back to Callender now in the all-yellow goalkeeper kit, playing out of the back for Krivtsov. A poor touch by Krivtsov. He just has to hit the overhead kick out to midfield to keep it alive, and Yedlin has his back, wins it. Now it's Messi across midfield. With some space, it's Leo Messi. Darting at that back line, plays it through to Taylor at the end line. Taylor in front, it's Messi! 2 in the first half for Leo Messi. A show he put on Friday. The encore here on Tuesday. It's all Inter Miami.
Leo Messi at the heart of every attack, and this time finishing, finding Robert Taylor again behind Brooks Lennon for the 3rd time. Taylor goes headline, first time out. The dummy by Joseph Martinez, the tuck away again with Messi's right foot. Absolutely scintillating right here. Wow! 3 goals in 2 games for Lionel Messi, and more to come probably.
Scored in the 8th minute, has one again in the 22nd minute. Interestingly enough, both goals with the right foot. This man can do anything, we know that, but neither goal with his left foot.
He has such a keen understanding who he needs to find in what phase of the attack. And it's been Robert Taylor a few times, who now becomes the provider for Messi, who continues his run. And then the dummy by Martinez, absolutely brilliant. Patient. Boom. Then you go with Leo at the heart of it, driving at a back 4. That's backtracking.
Now, it's easy to get lost in just the mystique of Messi and forget about the Leagues Cup as a whole, but the implications of these 2 early goals right now, picking up a maximum 6 points in this group stage, Inter Miami would already clinch the group victory, and by virtue of that, would clinch the home game on August 2nd in the round of 32. Now, beyond the round of 32, it gets very tricky. It goes back to which MLS teams had better records. Last year, and MLS teams will always host Liga MX teams, but we know that if they win tonight, they win the group, and they will host in the round of 32. That comes again on August 2nd, a week from tomorrow. And any chance you get to pack this place out to see Leo Messi, it's an opportunity you want to make the most of. We just see now unfurled here in the 24th minute from La Familia, all holding up the number 24 and a big sign, sending their best wishes to Ian Frey. Suffered a 3rd torn ACL in 3 years. Such a bright young talent at the age of 20 for this team. Has had the worst luck. Such a hard worker, such a bright talent, such a great person, TR. And it's good to see La Familia showing the support and love for Ian Frey that Messi did after the game as well, back on Friday night.
By the way, this is the 100th goal by Messi against 100 different opponents.
Unbelievable. It seems like there's a new stat every game, but now a free kick coming for Atlanta. Served in by Almada, headed away by Yedlin. Out to midfield where it's retrieved by Caleb Wiley. Atlanta slows it down. Number is still committed forward after the free kick. Played through toward Yakimakis, battling with Krivtsov. Krivtsov is able to knock it away. To Messi from Arroyo. He plays it ahead to Martinez. Stumbles, almost kept his balance at midfield. And play on, says the referee. Martinez thought he was fouled. Brought ahead by Sosa. The right wing for Lennon. Works Lennon, runs onto it. Lennon pulls it back. Sosa with it now. Rossetto looking through for Almada. And Noah Allen comes away with it. Back for Drake Callender. 25 minutes come and gone here at Dry Pink Stadium. It's Inter Miami 2, Atlanta nothing. Both goals for Leo Messi in the 8th and 22nd minutes of the match. Santiago Sosa with it in the center circle for Atlanta. Flicked along by Tyler Wolf, and Atlanta hasn't had anything going offensively. Busquets now feeds it through for Arroyo across midfield, being told to slow things down by Josef Martinez, who goes back to Busquets. This is our first taste of Busquets and Messi against MLS competition. Of course, Cruz Azul on a Friday night from Liga MX. And so far, TR, this is a warning shot to the rest of MLS that while Inter Miami may be in last place right now in the Eastern Conference, it's a team that's going to make a certain playoff push in the home stretch of the season.
Absolutely. It's a tall order, but if one team can do it right now, it's Inter Miami. It takes 43 to 45 points, Joe, I think. It's out of your 12 games. You probably have to win 9, maybe draw 1. Not easy. But as you can clearly see right now, they want to win every game. They're going to put all their eggs in this basket first, then the playoffs, and then obviously the semifinals of the Open Cup as well. There's trophies to be won, in particular in the Leagues Cup and in the Open Cup, where you're 2 games away of winning a trophy and making it to the CONCACAF Champions League.
Almada give and go with Wiley. Almada just outside the box now cuts into Wiley. Played back through to Almada. It ricochets around, and Callender has been in his hands as it bounces his way.
Very good defensive effort right there. Almada drives similar to Messi, quite frankly. Plays the give and go, but Yetland stays with the runner. So important. Not the ball watch there, but staying with Almada and being able to intercept that pass.
Kamal Miller looking through the middle for Martinez. Plays it off for Arroyo. And up the right wing for DeAndre Yedlin. Yedlin back for Messi. Messi looking through for Yedlin. A picture-perfect ball. Yedlin striding through. Tries to center it now to Martinez. Flick to Taylor. Back toward Martinez. Now Tomaski. His shot is blocked. And Guzan has it. A nice build-up again for Inter Miami. All started with the through ball from Messi at midfield.
Absolutely. But Benja, who's facing Messi, who's the trailer now, almost inside the 18-yard box after the initial pass to Yedlin. Benja tries to kick, and all of a sudden he realized he looked at Messi as well and said, sorry. And instead of Messi giving him a bollocking, which sometimes happens, Messi goes, it's okay. Fight me the next time. Great coaching by Messi.
We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. Ball out of play on the near side for Atlanta.
Sports lives here. WQAM Miami, WPOW HD2 Miami, WKIS HD2 Boca Raton, the home of the Heat, Hurricanes, Panthers, and Inter Miami.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
And Odyssey Station.
Nearly a half an hour into the happenings here at Dry Pink Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. It's 2-0 Inter Miami as they host Atlanta United in the Leagues Cup. With Thomas Rung and I'm Joe Malfa. Happy to have you with us this evening on 560 WQAM. Goals in the 8th and 22nd minutes by Leo Messi. 3 goals in 2 matches. And TR hasn't even played a full 90 minutes yet. He came on in the 54th minute on Friday, and we're a half an hour into this one. So not even 90 minutes into his Inter Miami career, and he has 3 goals to his name.
Which is also a luxury. Although, as Tata Martino says, if Messi starts, he wants to play the 90. But now, if this stays long at 2, maybe 3-0, you have the luxury to rest him. The last thing you need is an injury for Busquets or for Messi in this game if you are in a comfortable lead in the second half. Only time will tell. let's stay with the now. And only Messi's the only one that plays a give and go with the post, by the way, on that first goal.
Hey, he might have done that on purpose for all we know.
Yeah.
Messi with it now on the right wing at the cross midfield, looking through to Josef Martinez, and it's cut out by Juanjo Purata. Not enough weight on that pass for Messi, and a late offside flag anyway, as Martinez couldn't hold his run.
But all those probing balls to Taylor, to Martinez now, yes, the offsides, to Yetlin, just a minute ago, puts that Atlanta back four consistently on their back heels. And right now, they're having a tough time to figure out how to stop Messi, being able to face them all the time and having time and space to pick out guys from deep. And that's the ability again, because you go, why does Messi always have such great time and space when he receives the ball? Because he's absolutely brilliant to find pockets when he stands still a lot of times. He walks.
All the while he's processing, he's seeing where the
There
space
you go,
is.
Joe. Yeah. His soccer
That's when he
IQ is
exploits you.
off the charts.
And again, to your point, as Busquets clatters into Giacomakis and fouls him in the Atlanta half, and they play the free kick quickly. Had to bring it back now. Wasn't quite positioned properly. But as you get now to talking about a 36-year-old player, to your point, people will say, oh, he's 36, he's walking because he can't do it anymore. Go back and watch 10 years ago in Barcelona. It's the same thing. Maybe he would have gone for an extra sprint or two back then, but it's the same thing. He's walking around, he's surveying, and then as soon as he gets it, boom, knows where the space is, and you're picking the ball up out of your own net.
Yeah. So efficient, so effective.
Santiago Sosa with it across midfield to Thiago Almada. Chips it through now to Brooks Lennon in the 18 for Atlanta, going from left to right in their black and red with the gold trim. Lennon takes it to the corner. It's ricocheted off of the left leg of Noah Allen. Allen's trying to contest. It should be a throw-in for Atlanta, but it looks like they've awarded the corner. So another set piece coming here for Atlanta as they're in a 2-goal hole right now. Inter Miami so far has held strong on the corners by Atlanta after conceding on 2 corners in their last league match against St. Louis. This is the 5th corner of the night now for Atlanta already. Brooks Lennon will take it from the near side, an outswinger. Top of the 6, Callender has it tracked and plucks it out of the air with no issues. A couple of instances early in this game, TR, where for whatever reason, the depth perception seemed off for Callender. Just misread 2 balls through his way, but he has settled down and has looked as comfortable as ever.
Yep. I mean, what a year he has had. Call up for the U.S. national team, well-deserved. Save percentage off the charts. Dealing better with crosses. Shaky start, but has recovered, Joe. You're right.
On the left wing, it's Robert Taylor. Lays it back to Messi. Messi in the left channel. Goes centrally to Busquets and gets it back right away. Now Arroyo in the center circle. Inter Miami right to left in the all-pink. Looks like from our vantage point here high atop Drive Pink Stadium, it's yet again a sellout to be expected. 22,000 strong. All to witness not only this team, but the individual greatness that we've already seen on display tonight. 2 goals, 14 minutes apart for Leo Messi. Scored in the 8th, scored in the 22nd. Both from nearly the same spot of the field with his right foot. Just outside the 6 of Brad Guzan, who was unhappy with his back line, Guzan, after the 2nd goal. Too easy playing through for Messi and friends. Now it's Tomaski for Inter Miami. Ahead to Messi at midfield. Spinning to his left, now to his right, back to his left. Crowd loves it. He lays it off to Tomaski. There's nothing he can do that the crowd won't love. He just dribbled back about 10 yards and played a simple ball, and you hear the decibel level of the crowd climb.
Pretty amazing how the other players have raised their level, including and more so the 2 young players, Noah Allen and the ball right here. First bad pass. Sorry, I jinxed him.
Messi won it right back, though. Martinez has help. Martinez cuts to his left, has it past Rossetto, lays it off to Messi. Messi, center of the park. This is to his right for Arroyo. Up the right wing now, it's Yedlin. Back for Arroyo. Just biding their time centrally and played all the way back to Krivtsov. The confidence has risen to TR. There was a moment on Friday night where Noah Allen had a wide open Messi streaking into the box, and instead, Allen pulled up for 20 yards to shoot it. Over the top from Busquets to Messi. Flag stays down. Messi stopped by Guzan. And the offside flag came up. Second time now that we've seen Busquets chip it over the top to Messi. First time it yielded a goal. This time a big save by Guzan, but an offside flag anyway. Here's the stampede of the crowd after a Messi chant. 35 minutes in, 2-0 lead. He gave them what they came for, 2 goals. Really had a hat trick in the first half. Still has 10 minutes to accomplish that feat. Giacomakis rolls it back now for Rossetto. In the middle, it's Sosa. Across midfield now for Atlanta.
Their main gun, 10 goals, Giacomakis.
Great long for Lennon, just outside the area. On the right side, Lennon creates some space, looking for a crossing lane. Noah Allen is touch tight to him. Allen forces him backward, and it's laid off backwards to Rossetto instead of a dangerous cross by Lennon. Well done again to Noah Allen.
Absolutely. Well, you can force a wide player to go backwards with the ball.
Almada,
Job done.
Just outside the 18. Looks inside to Sosa, but Robert Taylor intercepts. Taylor dribbles it ahead, rolls it back for Messi, but he doesn't have the numbers. He slows it down. Now Messi looking over the top for Taylor. Plays it out in front of him. Miles Robinson will cut it off. No threat here for the home side.
Love to see the continuation of the chemistry by Robert Taylor and Messi. And by the way, in that second goal, the way Messi celebrated on the ground with Robert Taylor, acknowledging, hey, well done, great assist.
From distance here, Giacomakis tried the volley about 35 yards out, and it just drifted over the bar harmlessly for a goal kick.
And that looks like a player that hasn't played for a while. Comes back from an injury, got a few minutes in the last game, not sharp today whatsoever.
Spent about a decade in Greece, had 3 years toward the end of that stint with AK Athens, some time in the Netherlands, and then really broke out even further at Celtic for 2 years in Scotland before Atlanta brought him on this spring as a designated player. He's right there in the thick of the Golden Boot race. The high mark there right now is 13 goals. Giacomakis has 10, and he's only done it in 17 games. He leads MLS in goals per 90. If he would have been healthy all season long, it stands to reason that he would far away be the Golden Boot leader, but he's had some injuries to work through, and they hope to get him back up to full speed in short order, Atlanta. And Atlanta, coming up 4 days from now, will host Cruz Azul in the final match of this group stage. And as of right now, they'd be playing for second. Inter Miami in the live table, the maximum 6 points would win the group. And it's given away on the far side by Atlanta. Throw coming for Inter Miami.
I just keep looking at Messi's body language. A little clap there turns the defensive shape that forces Atlanta to play the ball basically in an erratic way out of bounds due to the great organization of Inter Miami. So well balanced on both sides of the ball, which we have not seen for a long time. Pleasure to watch. And
a blind pass backward given away now. Shot is just wide. And it's Busquets raising the hand in apology. He never looked back to see what was behind him. Blindly passed it, gave it away. And Almada and Cole for Atlanta, nearly the beneficiaries, just whistled the left of Drake Callender's near post.
That's the second time that Busquets lost possession there. He knows better, too. It's a little bit harder for a 6 to get in the team and get accustomed to your players around them and find their tendencies. The 10 years at Barcelona, everything was so fluid. Everybody knew their movements. So that's something for Busquets to make sure that that pass in that deep position, you don't want to lose possession there, and he did acknowledge that.
Drake Callender waving everybody forward for this goal kick. He's taking a lot of time here. He's on the referee's radar.
Hey, why not? Gives you a little rest.
Alberto Escobar, the referee, blew the whistle an extra time to wave Callender along. Doesn't want to get him into time wasting too early here. Only 39 minutes in, up 2-0. Noah Allen back for Kamal Miller and all the way back for Callender. He's under some pressure here. Callender has to get rid of it, and he does. Out to midfield. Nobody in a pink jersey there. It's won by b2da, but a heavy, poor first touch. Ricochets now through for Sosa. Dixon Arroyo wins it back for Inter Miami.
That's a little erratic right now. So getting the ball again, take your rest with the ball, which Inter Miami has done so well. They don't pick your spots going forward.
5 minutes to go here in this first half, a 2-0 lead. And it's rolled back as they take that rest now with the ball, as you mentioned. Kicks off Goes to his center back partner, Kamal Miller.
And knowing what's important. First and foremost, do not concede. If we can put the game out of reach with another goal, but no risks whatsoever.
Chipped through by Messi. Yedlin shrieking down the right wing, plays centrally to Kramaski. Inside now to Martinez. Just outside the 18 now. Inside of it to Robert Taylor. Back in front toward Kramaski. And cleared away by Miles Robinson out to midfield. Regathered by Kamal Miller.
The change of rhythm from slower to slow to explosive all of a sudden. Not just Messi, but other players really catching Atlanta by surprise. Nice rhythm and tempo in the game for Inter Miami.
Now Kramaski spins outside, feeds Robert Taylor, goes back with it to the left back, Noah Allen. Inside to Busquets, who took his eye off a bit and lost it. Now Almada tries to find his way through a sea of pink jerseys. Well done on the challenge by Dixon Arroyo to win it back. He's showing 1v4 Almada. It was brave of him, and Arroyo comes away with it. Trey Callender with it now after a hospital ball played by Miller to Busquets. Sergio Busquets did well to keep that alive, and now he has it in the midfield. Busquets to Messi. Tiptoes it across the halfway line. Messi now feeds to the right side for Yedlin. Yedlin slows it down instead of pressing forward. Comes back with it now for Arroyo. Busquets, center of the park. Spins back to his right, feeds Arroyo. Now Yedlin up the right side, played inside to Messi, who made the darting run in behind. Possession lost. Those two not on the same page. Santiago Sosa with it. Across the halfway line now for Atlanta, attacking left to right. It's fed to the right wing for Brooks Lennon. Good find by Giacomakis. Now Lennon attacks Allen, plays it in front right to Drake Callender, who smothers it. 42 minutes come and gone at Dry Pink Stadium. 2-0 lead for Inter Miami in their second and final group match of the Leagues Cup. As it stands, they would have already punched a ticket through to the knockout stage. They would have to concede 3 times in order to squander that. All they need is a point tonight to clinch at least second place. 2 or 3 points clinches first place in the group. And even if they were to collapse completely and lose this match, it would still come down to goal differential then if Cruz Azul were to beat Atlanta on this coming weekend. Well, a lot has to go wrong, basically, for Inter Miami not to get at least one more game out of this tournament. Kamal Miller strides across the halfway line. Gets it back from Robert Taylor. Miller with it on the left wing. He knocked Brooks Lennon over, but play on, says the referee. It's Busquets in space in the middle of the field to Messi on the right wing. Fronted by Wiley. Now it's back at the feet of Busquets. Arroyo feeds Messi up the right wing. He wants to take it and go. Cuts inside. Messi looking through. Ricochets off of the defender. Back to Messi. Has it on his left foot. Plays the ball through toward Taylor. Knotted down centrally by Lennon. And Atlanta looks to clear. Out to Wiley. Good step by Arroyo. Wins it back for Kramaski. In the area now. Kramaski tried to roll it back to Messi. And it was taken away by Atlanta. Busquets wins it back off the feet of Giacomakis. That draws the applause of the crowd. A nifty play by Busquets to restart the possession now in the 44th minute.
Dixon Arroyo and Busquets both have intercepted and read plays really well, especially Dixon, who's won some balls back in midfield to restart the attack. Joe, you're right.
To the right wing for Yedlin. Yedlin knocks it centrally for Messi. Gets by one defender. Uzanaz from the crowd. A nice move. Messi with it. Edge of the area. Top of the box now for Kramaski. Waits for it to come down. Finds Taylor. Robert Taylor makes it 3-0. Inter Miami.
The Finnish international, the biggest beneficiary of Messi's presence right now. The assist on the second goal to Messi and finishes this one with a great build-up. Benja Kramaski gets the assist, the one bounce, the volley, upper V5 post. Take a bow, Robert Taylor.
Woo! We talk about Messi's encore from the free kick on Brian Knight with 2 goals in this first half. How about Robert Taylor? Cut inside from the left wing, put it off the post and in on Friday for the opening goal. And this one, folks, if you're listening to it on the radio, which we hope you are, go to Twitter, go to Apple TV, go wherever you gotta go. Words cannot do it justice. The slicing left-footed volley by Robert Taylor into the upper 90, past Brad Guzan. They show 1 additional minute of time here in this first half, and it's already been a heck of a first half. 3-0 to the home side. All Inter Miami here tonight at Drive King Stadium. Well, you mentioned it a bit earlier, TR. This might be a night up 3-0 now where you don't have to put too much on Messi and Busquets and have the luxury of taking them off in the second half.
Yeah, a player of that magnitude, and I've got Coach Messi, Coach Carlos Valderrama, and other big players, or played with Johan Cruyff and Gerd Müller. They determine eventually if they want to play 90 or not. They'll get their hand up in that second half if they say, hey, this is enough. We're comfortably leading. But Messi is a competitor, Joe. He'd love to play, I'm sure, 90. But what a first half. Oh, my God. It's so nice to see the 19-year-old Benja Kremansky with the assist and very much involved in this game. So is Noah Allen. 2 young players in front of us, Joe. We talked about it when there was no Messi, no Busquets. 1 or 2 of these young players, they had 6 at one point in time, will be involved going forward. Woo!
And there's the whistle to end half number 1. TR, in the history of this club, going back to 2020. I don't know if you've ever seen a better 45 minutes than what we just saw in front of us now.
The crowd is going crazy. I just even can't hear you right now.
This first half, going back to 2020, in the history of Inter Miami, I don't think we've ever seen a better 45 minutes at any point.
Hands down, in terms of not just the 3 goals, but the way they built towards those 3 goals. Sound defensively, taking the rest, and be patient in possession, and are killing it when they can go forward, with Messi obviously being the catalyst.
So 2 goals for Messi, 1 goal for Robert Taylor. It's a 3-0 lead for Inter Miami. We're back in just a moment. The halftime show coming up on 560 WQAM.
It's halftime, and appropriately enough, it's the Inter Miami halftime show on AM 560 Sports WQAM 99.9 HD2 and streaming on the Odyssey app.
What does summer sound like in a new Chevy? Find the best way to the ballpark with the Chevy Equinox navigation system. Load up the kayaks with room to spare in the spacious Chevy Trailblazer with 60/40 split folding rear seats. Haul out the camper and spend a night roasting marshmallows with the Chevy Silverado. Or feel the roar of the crowd and bring the whole crew along in the Chevy Traverse with seating for up to 8. So what are you waiting for? Click now and find summer happiness in a new Chevy. See your South Florida Chevy dealer. Traverse seating up to 8 standard and LS available on LT with second row bench seat, RS Premier, and High Country seat 7.
Get your staycation ideas flowing and celebrate your best summer ever in Greater Fort Lauderdale with 101 unforgettable experiences. Hi, it's Tamara G, and you can find them all at visitlauderdale.com/summer. Fly above the water on a flyboard with Aquaflight, or you can scuba dive or snorkel in Lauderdale by the Sea or on Hollywood Beach. And throughout August, you can also enjoy Dine Out Lauderdale, extraordinary culinary experiences for everyone under the sun. Learn more at dineoutlauderdale.com.
The Angie's List you know and trust is now Angie, and we're so much more than just a list. We still connect you with top local pros and show you ratings and reviews, but now we also let you compare upfront prices on hundreds of projects and book a service instantly. We can even handle the rest of your project from start to finish. So remember, Angie's List is now Angie, and we're here to get your job done right. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
We all deserve easy mornings.
The home for our Atlanta United is here. Now, back with more MLS action on Sports Radio 92.9 The Game.
Well, the first half going about as poorly as you could possibly draw it up for Atlanta United, despite a good start. Lionel Messi burns them twice. Then they get a golazo right at the end of the first half from Robert Taylor. And it's 3-0 Inter Miami at halftime. Here were the 3 goals starting in the 7th minute. Sergio Busquets with a sublime ball to Messi to make it 1-0. Giacomakis digging for it behind center circle. Headed up in the air by Miller. Second ball knocked down by Ascona. A handball play by Miami. They play on. Again, Busquets over the top for Messi. It connects. One via the keeper. Messi, dribble. Shot off the post. Rebound, score. Messi. Busquets to Messi. What can you do? What can you say? 2 world-class players produce a golazo against the run of play. Messi wasn't done, though. 15 minutes later, he doubles Miami's lead. Now a loose touch by Kristoff. He just has to bike it over his head, and it actually glances off Yedlin to Ascona, who clicks to Messi. And here's Miami now with Messi coming down the middle and Atlanta backpedaling. Messi into the attacking third. Pop through to Taylor, left side of the 18. Cross through Joseph. Messi taps it in. Messi has a brace. 2 Miami goals completely against the run of play. Both of them scored by Lionel Messi. And Atlanta United is getting picked apart by the world's best player. But the best goal of the first half may have been scored by Robert Taylor in the 45th minute. Top center circle, Busquets turning and bouncing it down the right wing for Yedlin again. Heavy touch, but it rolls to Messi. Out of the tackle of LeBron. Messi to the right corner of the 18, bounces it off LeBron. Back on it. Pass to the top of the 18, Kristoff. Popped ahead, Taylor. His cross. Score! Golazo! He hits the right upper 90, and Inter Miami's got a 3-0 lead. Atlanta United outshot 7-3 in the first half. 4 shots on target for Miami, 1 for Atlanta. We think that might have been a miss-hit cross, actually. The possession might be the most really confusing stat for me. 62-38. Miami, Atlanta, a team that wants to dominate possession. They have had trouble just getting the ball tonight, Jason.
Because Miami has kept it. They've used the ball to defend, and
Trucks 3 years in a row. Get a brand new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab for $459 per month for 42 months, or save thousands off MSRP on select vehicles. Buy online at Miami Lakes Chrysler, JeepDodgeRam.com. Call 844-255-2474 for details.
The second half of the baseball season is here, and each game means a little bit more. We're talking pennant races and wild card chases, with each pitch bringing us closer to the playoffs. The free Odyssey app lets you listen to live play-by-play of your local team. So no matter what you're up to, you'll never have to miss another game. Download the free Odyssey app today and keep baseball close by all summer long. That's AUDACY. Odyssey.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or apply. Stop, opt out.
If you have blood sugar concerns, here's incredible news. Finally, there's one complete doctor-formulated solution to get your numbers right. Thanks to berberine, a clinically researched super ingredient, berberine glucogold will help you maintain healthy blood sugar levels while supporting cholesterol and insulin sensitivity. Text REACT to 42424 to start taking control of your blood sugar levels today. Berberine glucogold has been flying off the shelves for good reason. It pairs one of today's hottest ingredients found in nature with 3 other nutrients for incredible blood sugar results. If you're ready to take control and live your life with healthy blood sugar levels, text REACT to 42424. Text right now and we'll send you a complimentary bottle. This exclusive berberine glucogold offer is not available in stores. You can only get your complimentary bottle by texting REACT to 42424. Plus, text right now and you'll receive a bottle of vitamin D3 immune support absolutely free. Text the word REACT to 42424. That's REACT to 42424. REACT to 42424.
Let's go to the booth for more of the halftime show on AM 560 Sports WQAM, FM 99.9 HD2, and streaming on the Odyssey app.
Welcome back on the halftime show. It's time for the Celsius Coaches Corner with our coach Thomas Runyon. I'm Joe Malfa. TR, this is where we always come to you for the analysis that your big coach brain has. But this first half was pretty cut and dry. It was total domination of Atlanta by Inter Miami.
Yeah, as you said, Joe, both of us acknowledge that this was the best half Inter Miami has played. By the way, it's the first time to hold a 3-goal halftime lead in the history of the club. A refreshing, dominant performance by this team as well. Obviously, the 2 goals by Messi and Taylor. Whoever thought that Benja Kramansky and Robert Taylor would get hugged by Leo Messi about, a month ago? Absolutely brilliant. And all the goals were absolutely stunning in terms of the build-up, the understanding, in particular between Robert Taylor and Leo Messi. It's just fun to watch, and seeing 2 young players coming alive and belonging on the field with Messi, deservedly so, in Noah Allen and Benja Kramansky. A solid performance of those 2 in the back, Sergi Kishlov and Kamal Miller. Busi and Arroyo really dominating that midfield, playing almost rondos. That's what teams do before the game, the 5v2 rondo, which is always fun. It's amazing the transformation we've seen in the last 2 games versus the first 4 year, Joe and I, that you go back in and watch this team as well, that fought and battled, but didn't have enough quality, in most games to be successful. Now they can.
This Celsius Coach's Corner, again, like I said, is usually when I ask you or whoever's in my seat, whether it's Chris Whittingham or Phil Shane, what went wrong? What do we got to fix going into the second half?
Yeah.
I'm almost at a loss for words. That I can't ask you that question. And I guess it's just do the same thing, copy and paste at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. What a banger by Taylor. What a brilliant attack where Messi plays the 1-2 with the post, tucks it away. The brilliant build-up with the assist by Taylor, the dummy by Joseph Martinez. We talked about their understanding already, that Joseph Martinez knows Messi is there. Lets it go through his legs because he's drawing 2 defenders with him. He knows he can't get a touch towards goal, and Messi tucks it away again with his right foot. Wow, what a great first half. And now, if you're Tata Martino and Busquets and Leo Messi, you might want to say, hey, do we have to push them 90? Yes or no? And as I said again, those players will ultimately make that decision themselves, but it gives the coach now the luxury to insert the Leo Campana and others, quite frankly, to get a feel for this team that's just building towards a crescendo of brilliance in this first half.
And that does it for our Celsius Coach's Corner. Once again, Inter Miami 3, Atlanta nothing. The second half is coming up in just a moment.
What does summer sound like in a new Chevy? Find the best way to the ballpark with the Chevy Equinox navigation system. Load up the kayaks with room to spare in the spacious Chevy Trailblazer with 60/40 split folding rear seats. Haul out the camper and spend a night roasting marshmallows with the Chevy Silverado. Or feel the roar of the crowd and bring the whole crew along in the Chevy Traverse with seating for up to 8. So what are you waiting for? Click now and find summer happiness in a new Chevy. See your South Florida Chevy dealer. Traverse seating up to 8 standard and LS available on LT with second row bench seat, RS Premier, and High Country seat 7.
Get your staycation ideas flowing and celebrate your best summer ever in Greater Fort Lauderdale with 101 unforgettable experiences. Hi, it's Tamara G, and you can find them all at visitlauderdale.com/summer. Fly above the water on a flyboard with Aquaflight, or you can scuba dive or snorkel in Lauderdale by the Sea or on Hollywood Beach. And throughout August, you can also enjoy Dine Out Lauderdale, extraordinary culinary experiences for everyone under the sun. Learn more at dineoutlauderdale.com.
We all deserve easy mornings. Meet Daily Harvest, the easiest way to conquer your morning with quick, nourishing, and delicious food. Made with sustainably sourced fruits and veggies and delivered right to your door. Their strawberry and peach smoothie or apple and cinnamon oat bowl are the perfect addition to my morning routine. So don't wait. Go to dailyharvest.com and enter promo code HARVEST for up to $65 off your first order. That's dailyharvest.com, promo code HARVEST for up to $65 off.
Join us at Odyssey as we all do our one thing, together millions of things for our planet. Water sports are a great summer activity and can be eco-friendly too. Avoid activities like jet skiing or water skiing, opting for activities like kayaking or paddleboarding instead. Swimming, snorkeling, and diving are great activities too, and have virtually no impact on the environment. And use sunscreen labeled Reef Safe to help protect marine wildlife. When we each share our one thing, it becomes 100 things, 1,000 things, 1,000,000 things for our planet. What's your one thing?
Let's get going. Time for the second half. Inter Miami CF on AM 560 Sports WQAM, FM 99.9 HD2, and streaming on the Odyssey app.
Welcome back to Drive Pink Stadium here in Fort Lauderdale alongside Thomas Rung, and I'm Joe Malfa. Happy to have you with us on 560 WQAM for some Leagues Cup action on this steamy Tuesday night here in Fort Lauderdale. And I guess that's a proper word to describe that first half as well for Inter Miami. It was a hot, steamy first half, 3 goals, and that was officially, we talked about it, you and I, TR, as far as was that the best half ever in the history of this club going back to 2020. It is the first time they ever hold a 3-goal lead at halftime of a match. So there's some statistics to back it up. Players are starting to trickle back out onto the field now to begin half number 2. We'll let you know if there are any changes that we see. It looks like at least 2 that we're going to see happening here for Atlanta. But a comfortable 3-0 lead for Inter Miami, who are 45 minutes away from winning the group here in the Leagues Cup.
Yeah, and there's 4 components in the game of soccer: the technical, tactical, physical, and the mental. And technically, obviously, we've improved tremendously. Tactically, we seem way more astute right now. When to go, not to go, when to hold possession, when to go back to Kamal Miller or Sergi and then start and recycle again until you find Messi in a good position, or others for that matter as well. The physical right now, I look at Robert Taylor that just gets beyond Brooks Lennon, who's a very fit player. You know, home field advantage from that standpoint is huge. I think that Atlanta, although it's hot in Atlanta too, it almost looked like they hit a wall a little bit because the humidity. I've played here, Joe, and I've played against
Don't forget
opponents.
they've got a dome, so they're not used to it. They're always covered.
And it's not easy. Believe me, I've been there and done that, and I wasn't great technically, but when I'm in the 60th minute, I would make a sprint again, and my opponent would look at me going, oh, my God, I can't stay with this guy. That's what's happening right now. Great mentality, obviously, from the start in the last 2 games in terms of concentration and discipline. No mistakes, so mistake-free football with the exception of Busquets twice, but they were able to snuff that one out. And the emotional part, the lift that Messi gives you is just incredible. The crowd very much engaged. Yeah, that's if you say how many points did we go up between 0 and 10 from the St. Louis game, I say 11.
There you go. And we're ready to begin this second half now. Inter Miami from left to right in the pink, Atlanta from right to left in the black and red. Looks like just 1 sub out there for Atlanta. We'll confirm that for in just a moment. Same 11 out there for Inter Miami, and we're underway in half number 2.
Substitution at the half for Atlanta United. Leaving the game, number 28, Tyler Wolf. Entering the game, number 21, Edwin Mosquera.
Edwin Mosquera came into the match, and there's the second sub here for Atlanta. Ronald Hernandez came in as well. And here is Hernandez on the left side for Atlanta again as they go from right to left in this second half. Down 3-0. Have a long way to go to get back into this one. And they do need to be wary of the goal differential. Has played through to Almada at the edge of the area now. Try to get the give and go with Yakamaki. He's intercepted by Inter Miami. Excuse me, they don't have to worry about the goal differential. I'm not used to the penalty shootout that we have to have the second bonus point. Under normal circumstances, they'd have to be wary in case they tie Cruz Azul come their match on the weekend. But there is that penalty shootout at the end of 90 if it's tied to decide the bonus point. So never mind. Scratch that. Don't have to worry about the goal difference. But also Atlanta would surely not like to lose by 5 or 6 goals. So have to pick it back up to be sure now in this second half. Back for Busquets. Crowd is slowly getting back to their seats after going down for the refreshments at the break. Filling up now once again, another sellout crowd at Drive Pink Stadium as Kramaski takes it away from Mosquera. And he has it back now for Martinez with Messi from left to right. He threads it through over the top for Noah Allen down the left wing. Allen has it at the end line. Plays it back out to Robert Taylor. Taylor goes into the 18 now for Kramaski. It's defended well by Miles Robinson and knocked away. Interplay between Taylor and Kramaski. Back out to Taylor. A strike from Taylor is saved by Guzan. That's a man who's confident right now. The goal on Friday, the goal tonight. One for another.
Nice turn by Benja Kamanski there, finding Robert Taylor in his sweet spot. When he can cut inside on that strong right foot from that left side, as he scored against Cruz Azul, and also today, he's lethal.
Flicked along by Caleb Wiley. Again, it was Purata and Wolf who came off for Hernandez and Mosquera. On the Atlanta side, no changes for Inter Miami. Also have kickoff elsewhere in the League's Cup on this evening. Houston hosting Santos Laguna. That group will eventually meet Inter Miami's group down the line. And that group right now is a complete mishmash. Houston, Orlando, and Santos. After Houston and Orlando the other night with penalties. Caleb Wiley intercepts the diagonal from Kamal Miller, who raises a left-handed apology to Leo Messi. Now it's Messi on the right sideline. Messi cutting in on his favorite left foot and feeds Kramaski centrally. Back for Busquets. And Busquets goes all the way back to Krivtsov. Arroyo all the way back for Callender. As Inter Miami plays out of the back in that first half, they had 63% of the possession.
Very impressed by their possession game.
Here's Messi. Center of the park. Feeds it through to Robert Taylor. Intercepted by Brooks Lennon. Dangerously goes back in the box centrally with it. And it's cleared away at the last possible moment by Miles Robinson. And Caleb Wiley couldn't handle it on this near sideline. It's a throw coming for Inter Miami.
But then the immediate gegenpress starts as well. Forces again another turnover of Atlanta. So loss of possession at the final third. Everybody presses, and Busquets is pushing that front 4 or 5 immediately to put pressure on Atlanta United, and forces a mistake. Throw in for Yetlin. Falls for Messi. And we start again with patience.
Krivtsov at midfield. From one center back to the other finds Kamal Miller. 8 shots, 5 on target for Inter Miami so far tonight. Up the left side, Noah Allen touches it back for Robert Taylor. And now Kramaski cuts infield and finds Krivtsov in the center circle. Krivtsov switches to the right wing for Yedlin. DeAndre Yedlin stops the ball dead in its tracks, waits for support. Dixon Arroyo is there. Dangerous, ill-advised pass cross field. Taken away by Giacomakis. Fortunately for Inter Miami, a poor first touch by the Greek striker. Now cutting inside, it's Almada with it. After the attack slowed down initially, it ramps back up. It's Wiley into Giacomakis, cuts left, and taken away by Arroyo. Last-ditch defending. Giacomakis now injured down on the ground. Remember, he's just coming back from an injury as Rossetto commits the foul on Busquets. Free kick coming for Inter Miami, but the concern is Giacomakis for Atlanta. He could have had a goal-scoring opportunity. Dixon Arroyo came across, and now he's injured.
That's a player without any kind of confidence. He's fine. He got caught a little bit, not in his motion to strike that ball, but very slow in his reacting right now, cutting it back to his left foot. And Dixon Arroyo being able to clean his clock a little bit and win possession back. That's a struggling number 9 right now for Atlanta. And sums up the night for Atlanta as well. Just not good enough in certain areas. Clearly defensively conceding 2 or 3 decent opportunities. Nothing at goal yet. And how often have we said, oh my God, Drake Kellner saved this again. No big-time saves for Drake yet to keep his team in a game.
Only 1 save tonight for Callender. He's only faced 1 shot on target.
Yep.
Not that you ever want your goalkeeper to let anything through, but you know that he has a cushion tonight with that 3-0 lead as we cross the 50-minute mark. Flash back to Friday, and this is around the time we saw Messi sprint down the tunnel. Remember, they were warming up underneath so as not to draw the attention. Sprinted down the tunnel, pulled off the warm-up, pulled on the jersey, and subbed in the 54-minute mark. And from that moment forward, everything for this club and this game in this country changed. Dangerous pass back from Atlanta. Almost intercepted by Josef Martinez, who would have been in clear on Brad Guzan. As they swing it around the back now up the right side for Mosquera. And part of the MLS roster rules that get convoluted are the U22 signings. And Atlanta was on the wrong side of that. They had 3 of them at one time, which is okay, but they had 4 under contract, 1 on loan being Mosqueda. Mosqueda came back from loan, and they had to let go of one of them, sending him up to Toronto. But Mosqueda's back in the fold, and he played his first game back from a loan to Argentina this past weekend for Atlanta, who now have a corner down on the far side.
That's where the young Noah Allen has to make an adjustment. He's facing a different player right now, also with some pop to it. So Noah Allen just have to make sure that he understands strength and weaknesses very quickly, because Mosqueda is a different beast.
Outswinger coming from Lennon. Drives it to the near sideline, and it's fully playable for Atlanta. Comes all the way back out, circulated to Lennon. Messi intercepts it at midfield. Kramaski's running with him. Messi across the halfway line, 2v3, but Kramaski is with Messi stride for stride. That's Taylor, pardon me. Taylor in the 18. Taylor! A brace for Taylor! An assist for Messi! It's 4-0 Inter Miami! It's a party at Broad Pick Stadium!
Absolutely clinical counterattack of a set piece of Atlanta United. And if you don't take care of your read or rest organization away from the ball, and you allow Messi time and space, and you allow Robert Taylor to run, which he can, by the way, and finish. A brace for Taylor, a brace for Messi, and both involved in assisting for each other. What a nice chemistry these guys have acquired in a short amount of time. Brilliant left-footed finish this time by Robert Taylor.
Left-footed finish in the first half, 2 on the volley, and go back to Friday, it was a right-footed finish off the post and in, as this one was. So anyway you slice it, between Friday and Tuesday, Robert Taylor, 3 goals, Leo Messi, 3 goals. It's 4-0 Inter Miami in the 55th minute. And this is certainly the dawn of a new era for this club. And once you get into league play come August 20th, it's going to be a very, very different mindset for a team trying to climb out of the depths of the East. Back the other way off the kickoff. It's in the arms of Drake Callender off the cross.
Who ever thought that Messi and Taylor are the best duo on the continent? What the heck is going on, Joe Malfa?
Oh, goodness. Robert, you talked about it, TR, the confidence this instills in other players. We've seen it from Kramaski. We've seen it from other players throughout the 11, but none more so than Robert Taylor. He is fed off of this in every way possible.
And Robert Taylor was part of the press convo, so to speak. And they asked Robert Taylor, what's the difference? And he says, with Messi in the team, I have more time and space. And he's clearly taking advantage of that. And some players don't. But his understanding, again, where to go without the ball when Messi has possession of it, has been stunning.
Down the right side, it's Brooks Lennon now for Atlanta. He feeds it ahead to Mosqueda at the end line. He's fronted by Kramaski and concedes the corner. They've had a lot of corners tonight, Atlanta. This one is going to be their 6th of the evening, but none of them have yielded any goal-scoring opportunities. A marked improvement for Inter Miami side that conceded 10 days ago to St. Louis twice off the corners. Outswinger coming from Lennon. Driven top of the 6 and headed away by Busquets. Kept alive by Wiley to the end line now for Sosa, driven in front. And it's sent to the near sideline, a throw coming for Inter Miami. You wonder at 4-0 at what point Tata Martino goes to the bench, and for who. You have a massive safety net now, and you are 40 minutes factoring in stoppage time away from winning this group and moving on to likely host a game in the round of 32 here in the Leagues Cup.
7-time Ballon d'Or winner. Probably an 8th coming up for Leo Messi as well.
I would say definitely.
Absolutely incredible. And all the haters out there that said he was done. Case in point in the last 2 games, absolutely not.
The case for an 8th Ballon d'Or for him coming up this year, pretty straightforward one. He played in 39 matches for PSG in all competitions. 20 goals, 20 assists.
Yep.
He played for Argentina in all competitions, of course, including the World Cup. He played in 15 games in the past year for Argentina. And in those 15 games, 22 goals, 5 assists. First player in the history of the sport to win a second Golden Ball at the World Cup. Of course, won the World Cup. So if anybody has an argument for anybody else, you're wrong. You're just wrong. He's going to win an 8th Ballon d'Or this year.
Correct.
Intercepted now by Noah Allen, who leaves it for Tomaski. And it's back for Krivtsov. Attacking from left to right in this second half in the all-pink Inter Miami with a 4-0 lead. First 2 goals, Leo Messi. Last 2 goals, Robert Taylor. Those two have 3 goals each between Friday and tonight. So 6 total. That's all 6 goals this team has scored now in this League's Cup group stage. 2-1 win Friday, 4-0 lead here. All 6 goals have come from those 2 men. Now played through the other way for Almada. Almost got on the end of it. That was deflected by Kamal Miller into the arms of Drake Callender.
Yeah, one rare mistake there by Noah Allen, turning the ball over. I called it in a bad spot as well. And all of a sudden, transition is on. But the recovery defensively of all players to get behind the ball quickly again has been outstanding today.
Krivtsov. Feels like Krivtsov tonight has had more touches on the ball than he's ever had in a specific game because of all the balls played back to the back line. But now given away, it's Mosquera into the box. Mosquera's shot, and that's just the second save of the evening for Drake Callender, a rather simple one. Drake Callender has it the best tonight. All these fans in attendance had to pay to get their way in, and Drake Callender is getting his money's worth, just sitting back and watching. Hasn't really been much other than a spectator tonight. 2 very simple saves for the Inter Miami goalkeeper.
And he prefers it that way as well. He'll show his wares once or twice still during every game and continue to make a case for the U.S. men's national team.
He plays it through now to Tomaski, right into the ground by Mateus Rossetto. Free kick coming for Inter Miami.
For a young player, just having the understanding to feel a guy and allow a guy to make contact and then go down is way beyond his years as well. Get that free kick under duress. Could have been lots of possession. Smart play again by the youngster.
Busquets feeds it to Tomaski. Tomaski slows it down. Splits 2 defenders to Messi, but put it behind Messi. And it's recovered by Sosa. Trying to quickly turn it into attack for Atlanta. Giacomakis couldn't go anywhere and plays it back to Atlanta's back line, Luis Abram. Sosa now tries to switch it to the right wing for Mosquera. Noah Allen misjudged it horribly and got the left hand out on the ball. Free kick coming on that far side for Atlanta as we cross the hour mark. A 4-0 lead for Inter Miami here at Dry Pig Stadium.
What great advertisements for soccer, football in the United States. These last 2 games, billions of people around the world honing in and seeing highlight after highlight. All in our backyard, Joe Malfa.
We're the lucky ones here. I talk about Callender. How about us? We're the real lucky ones up here.
Yep.
We got an air-conditioned booth. They're all out there in the humidity. Driven free kick here for Atlanta. Callender has it tracked and has it between 2 would-be attackers.
He's clearly recovered and has improved this year by leaps and bounds on crosses, which wasn't his strong point initially when he came into the league and became a starter after Nick Marsman got injured. Took his chances, never looked back. Well done, Drake Callender.
Callender has it. Played back to him now from Krivtsov. Sends it out, a looping ball toward Messi. And it's now settled by Arroyo and given to Messi. Always scanning, looking over both shoulders. Feeds ahead now to Joseph Martinez, who's taken down by Miles Robinson just across midfield. It's a free kick for Inter Miami.
Yeah,
Messi wants to play it quickly, and he does. Sees Tomaski, and now Taylor running up the left wing. Good vision by Messi to take that free kick quickly. Taylor cutting in, and the threat went by the wayside. Took a little bit too long, and now gave it away. It skips past Busquets to Almada. He feeds ahead to Mosquera. Fronted by Miller. Mosquera tried to return it for Almada. And the big Kamal Miller pumps the fist, got in the way of it. And now bringing it back the other way, it's Noah Allen.
Now, the game very, very stretched right now for our listeners. It's opened up a little bit, so Inter Miami's going to be smart. Again, not making mistakes in critical areas. Kill this game off at 4-0. Look for the fifth one. Keep that clean sheet, which we don't do very often either, which gives that back four, Drake Callender, a lot of confidence going forward. That's almost a perfect game, and we have not played really a whole 90 minutes. So now you can't let your guard down. As easy as that is, Joe, at 4-0, you relax a little as a player. I've been there and done that as well. You got to heighten your awareness right now at the 63rd minute.
Atlanta is preparing two more changes. Ozzie Alonso is one of them. Miguel Berry is the other. Good to see Ozzie Alonso back healthy. He was 14 months away with an ACL injury. Long-time MLS guy now. In most of his bowls with Seattle in his long career, over 300 MLS appearances.
Although Atlanta's in seventh place, and I'm telling you, I'm a former coach. I've been fired, but Gonzalo Pineda could be under some pressure.
They don't turn things up quickly when the league resumes after the League's Cup. It's a name to watch. Foul committed by Krivtsov, about halfway between the semicircle and midfield. Almada wants to just take this one quickly, and he does. Rolls it along, gets it back from Sosa. Almada splits three defenders. It comes out the other side to Wiley. Wiley is taken down by Yedlin. Look clean in the hands now of Callender. Callender rolls it out to Busquets. Ahead to Messi. Martinez tries to run in behind. Run came inside a little bit late on the ball from Messi. Messi looked skyward, upset with himself after that one. Don't see that too often. Rossetto carries in midfield for Atlanta. Almada feeds Sosa. Looking over the top now for Wiley. Is sliding. Krivtsov keeps it from getting through. And Tomaski recovers for Busquets. 20 minutes into this second half. At the break, it was 3-0 Inter Miami. They've since added one goal to that tally and lead Atlanta 4-0. A foul committed by Caleb Wiley right in front of Tata Martino down on this near sideline. It'll get us to our two changes for Atlanta. Ozzie Alonso comes on for Mateus Rossetto. Miguel Berry looks like he's coming on for Caleb Wiley. Oh no, Wiley's just over the bench for a quick drink of water. It'll be Giacomakis who gives way for Miguel Berry. I don't even return to the field for Giacomakis from injury. Had some moments where he maybe could have pulled the trigger, could have had a chance, but just gun shy right now, working back from injury. A couple of changes being ready now on the Inter Miami side. Looks like Victor Ulloa and David Ruiz, I believe, pulling on the jerseys.
I almost feel that Busquets' night probably is done. Messi might carry on a little bit longer. Or, you can push Benja a little bit higher. You can push Taylor in Messi's position as well and take both Messi and Busquets off if you wanted to. 65th minute is normally when you make your first changes if you're leading. Good options to have for Tata Martino.
Krivtsov at midfield.
And also for him to see players that he hasn't seen under duress in a real game yet very often, to get a clearer picture of his 18-man rotation, so to speak.
Ozzie Alonso scampers out across the halfway line. Feeds Mosquera. Pulls it past Noah Allen. Pulled out of position, Noah Allen. Has to get back. Almada feeds ahead to Caleb Wiley. Stride for stride with Yedlin. Wiley's ball through. Goes all the way across for a throw-in on the far side. Those are two teammates, Wiley and Yedlin, with the U.S. men's national team back in April for the friendly played against Mexico. It was Wiley's debut for the senior team. He was a star at the U20 World Cup this past May. On the bright young talent coming up through the Atlanta system. Maybe coming up is the wrong word to use for him. He's already here. He's already proven his worth for Atlanta and for the national team picture at the youth levels. He's been kept in check tonight, as has the entirety of this Atlanta attack. Only 2 shots on target, an expected goals number of 0.19, as we're sitting here now with the clock reading 67 on the dot. Kramaski carries across midfield on the left side, slows it down. The foot certainly taken off the pedal by Inter Miami after they got that 4th goal. It's been a lot more possession. They've hardly gone forward with it. And Atlanta has seen a lot more of the possession since that 4th goal went in. After Inter Miami had been dominating that category. At the time that the 4th goal went in, possession was about 65-35 in Inter Miami's favor. Atlanta has since walked that back down a few percentage points. Gives you a glimpse at how this game has really turned since Inter Miami put in that 4th goal and erased any doubt of the outcome tonight. Not that there really was much at that point. Kramaski to the left wing for Taylor. Both Taylor and Messi sitting on hat-tricks. Martinez into Messi. Messi sees the run of Martinez, but instead plays simple to Busquets. Looked at his right hand after that. An acknowledgement of Joseph Martinez and the run he made.
So smart by Messi, too. And he knows that's a 50-50 ball. And he says, you know what, possession is more important.
Here's Messi again. Tried with the outside of the boot to get it out to Yedlin on the right wing. A lot of traffic in front. Intercepted, but recovered by Dixon Arroyo. It feels like there's 3 Dixon Arroyos out there tonight with all the ball recoveries he's had.
Brilliant performance, particularly from a defensive standpoint, Joe. You're right.
And Messi plays it back for Arroyo. This is the spell of possession that has been lacking for Inter Miami ever since they took that 4-goal lead.
Killing off the game with the ball.
69th minute. It squirts through to Messi. Couldn't do anything with it. Now it's the other way for Almada. Has the run of Mosqueda. Great ball out into space from Almada. Edwin Mosqueda coming in. Closed down now by Miller. Plays it centrally, and it's cleared away. Last-ditch defending. Tracking back by DeAndre Yedlin.
Inter Miami very fortunate. Mosquera's last touch is away from goal because he's in.
Over the top now to Messi, and he'll let it go. Guzan was off his line. The flag would have come up anyway.
I feel for Brett Guzan. I picked Brett Guzan as the first pick in the 205 draft. Goalkeeper for Chivas USA. Great guy. Hates to lose.
Really good long career he's
and
had.
Messi gets the better of him again.
MLS or abroad for Guzan, then with the national team. Mosqueda's shot from a distance is deflected out for another corner. And Inter Miami was ready to make the 2 subs.
Yeah, that's very smart. You don't want to introduce 2 guys right now in a set piece where you have to shift things around. Who's picking up whom? Very good by Tata Martino. Let that set piece with this 11 that's done so well on set pieces against, and then we made the sub thereafter.
On this good coaching. Set piece, they'll hold off on the subs. The 7th corner on the evening now. Brooks Lennon with it on the far side. It'll be an outswinger. Assistant referee is holding it up for some reason. I think the assistant referee still thought the subs were going to happen. He's now realizing it's not going to happen, and here comes the corner. Lennon's outswinger toward the penalty spot is headed away by Miller, rising above the rest. Off the last corner Atlanta had, Inter Miami broke out and scored. They're trying to do so again. Martinez cuts in field, has Messi. Here's Leo Messi across the halfway line, has plenty of room. Messi charging at the back line, cuts to his left foot, feeds to Martinez, back in front to Taylor, saved by Guzan, and touched around the post. Nearly a hat-trick for Taylor, nearly another transitional goal for Inter Miami, but they'll settle for a corner.
Again, a great counter, and a counter means you need somebody like a Messi that can run at people, but more importantly, you need to have people that are willing to bridge 30, 40, 50 yards without the ball, and that's Robert Taylor right now. His engine is unbelievable. First time ball in from Martinez back to Taylor. Cannot connect. Good save by Guzan. That could have been 5.
This is the first corner of the night for Inter Miami. And as Messi goes out to take it, just literally the crowd bowing to him as he makes his way to the corner. All phones up pointed that way to get a video or a picture or whatever you choose. And here comes some subs for Inter Miami. Busquets does come off.
What a performance. Absolutely brilliant.
David Ruiz on for Damaski. Busquets was lifted for Ulloa. And it looks like McVeigh is going to come on for a seemingly injured Krivtsov. He just went down, being tended to. Our crowd microphone is positioned right down in that corner. You can hear the chants for Leo Messi. It will be McVeigh on for Krivtsov. Now confirmed, as Krivtsov is slow to get off the field. Once these subs are completed, corner coming for Inter Miami. Leo Messi, an in-swinger on the way, but Robert Taylor is there for some short support as an option. It doesn't really look like Messi has any intention of going long with this corner. There's nobody in the box except for Josef Martinez, but now some help arrives. Kamal Miller, Dixon Arroyo were over at the bench for some hydration. Messi now positions the ball for the corner. 73rd minute here at Dry Pink Stadium. 4-0 lead. Looking for more from this corner. Messi begins to run up. Messi's ball toward the penalty spot. Was looking for Josef Martinez. Headed away by Miles Robinson. Shot out of a cannon. Mosquera almost got there. Pardon me, that's Wiley for Atlanta. And it's played all the way back now from Yedlin to Callender. And Inter Miami will begin again. Arroyo floats it for Yedlin. Cuts in past Ozzy Alonso.
Messi talking right now to Tata Martino. 2 yards away.
See how much longer he wants to go. Maybe
Correct.
the whole way. Messi pulls it past Ozzy Alonso. Scanning the field, cuts inside. A simple ball to Martinez. Further along to David Ruiz. Ruiz, edge of the area. Out to Taylor. Top of the box now for Victor Ulloa. His shot deflected. Another corner coming for Inter Miami, and with that, with pause, 10 seconds for station identification. Quarter of an hour remains. And looking for a ball for this corner, Robert Taylor. Time to grab it.
Time is on Inter Miami's side, so let the clock just tick down. That's 4-0. The big question again, does Messi get a standing O when he gets substituted? If I was the head coach, I would say, yeah. Fitting ending for Messi after his first start.
Taylor, outswinger, top of the six, headed away by Brooks Lennon. Yedlin pinches forward now, trying to win it back on the counter press. Almada struggled, and it's out for Inter Miami throw.
Just leave it. Walk. Leo Campana, Robbie Robinson, getting ready.
Yedlin still with the ball in hand, now gets it into play. Ulloa couldn't handle a pass back. Miguel Berry chips it over the top for Camden Wiley. Wiley cuts inside, then outside, past Kamal Miller. Wiley has it. Waiting for support on this left wing. It's Wiley. That's in now on Kamal Miller. Finds Berry. A great move by Berry. Center of the box now. Saved by Callender. The most difficult one he's had to make tonight. It goes down as his third, and he keeps the clean sheet for now.
Now, Berry's just a totally different player. As a 9, very active, big body, but mobile, aggressive, wants to go direct to goal. So Christian McVeigh really needs to heighten his awareness right now. And Kamal Miller with a new partner, just be smart now. Communicate, talk, stay connected. That's important.
Martinez gave it away right to Almada. Almada tries to force his way through 3 defenders, and McVeigh cuts it away from him. Free kick coming now for Atlanta from nearly the same spot Messi scored from on Friday night. They attack right to left.
It's been a bit of a sloppy transition after the changes, which happens. You know, all of a sudden, Kamal Miller has a new partner. Dixon Arroyo has a new partner, and that takes time sometimes. So now it's being simple and smart. Keep the ball moving. Don't lose it again in bad spots.
And here comes a change for Inter Miami. They've made three so far. Robbie Robinson is coming on, waiting to see who's coming off, and it's Messi. So we'll sit back tight here and let you hear his standing ovation as Messi makes his way off the field. A 2-goal, 1-assist performance in this 4-0 lead for Inter Miami. Making his way off, a hug with Thiago Almada. Those two won the World Cup together in Qatar a few months ago. And Messi greets the crowd.
Again, look at my
goosebumps again for TR next to me.
I can't help it. Nice shot of his wife and the children again. Brilliant. Nobody runs from the pitch. No fences here. Yeah, this is the United States, Leo Messi. You will enjoy this experience.
Now Fane tried to make his way across. Tata Martino gets in front of him. And the security guards will dispatch of him. But Messi now sits down on the bench after another maestro performance. 2 goals, 1 assist, 4-0 lead for Inter Miami. But a free kick coming now. After all of that, right outside the area, it's Miguel Berry. Thiago Almada standing over it. From again, nearly the same spot Messi scored from on Friday night. For those of you who saw that clip, it's right outside the semicircle, a few yards outside the 18. A bit askew to the right of Drake Callender. Almada, a terrific free kick striker in his own right. This is danger right here. Atlanta looking to pull one back. Almada, saved by Callender, diving to his left and cleared further away by Noah Allen. The sub coming now for Atlanta. Derek Etienne Jr. will make his way onto the field, and we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification.
Sports lives here. WQAM Miami, WPOW HD2 Miami, WKIS HD2 Boca Raton, the home of the Heat, Hurricanes, Panthers, and Inter Miami.
Powered by Panager and Levine Accident Attorneys.
An Odyssey station.
Back to the action here with 10 minutes to play at Dry Pink Stadium. A comfortable 4-0 lead for Inter Miami. The crowd is starting to file out with this scoreline, with Busquets and Messi both off the field already. It's a good time to go and beat that traffic, TR.
Yeah. And you could not have asked for a better scenario for this team, obviously, for Tata Martino being able to take the 2 late arrivals off that aren't completely 100% game fit. What a luxury now to continue to build this team towards the next game.
Robbie Robinson down the left side was fronted by Ozzy Alonso. 5th and final sub coming now for Inter Miami as Leo Campana sheds the pin. You have to imagine he'll be coming on for Joseph Martinez.
Although no goals are for Joseph Martinez, very active, a good station to play through, good feel with Messi and Taylor. That's what you want of your front three, quite frankly. And this time it was Messi and Robert Taylor, the beneficiaries. But I'm sure that tally of 100 and, how many's got Joseph now? 102?
Joseph Martinez's goals in his MLS career.
Yeah.
I got the number in front of me, and that is now 104.
Correct. And that tally will rise with,
yes,
with Messi on the field. It's just a matter of time.
Absolutely. Almada tries to weave through a couple of Inter Miami defenders, but Dixon Arroyo comes away with it. They've really settled things down now after Robert Taylor scored that 4th goal to make it 4-0. TR, off the top of my head, I don't actually believe that Inter Miami have more than just the one shot on target after going up 4-0. It was the one that Guzan had touching it around the post, denying Robert Taylor the hat trick. So since they scored that goal back in the 54th minute to go up 4-0, in the last half hour, just one shot on target, it gives you a sense of how they've really pulled back. What else do you have to do? You're up 4-0.
Absolutely. That's another process. How do we kill a 4-0 game? But it might be next week killing off a 1-0 game. And that luxury game right now of being up 4, but there's going to be games that are going to be tight. So how do you teach his team to be smart to not give away silly fouls.
It actually won't be Josep Martinez, the last sub for Inter Miami. It's Robert Taylor who will come off to quite the ovation as well. A brace for him tonight after a goal on Friday as Campana takes his place.
Brace and an assist. Messi a brace and an assist.
I don't know. Robert Taylor is saying anything you can do, I can do better than Leo Messi so far through 2 matches. I wouldn't go that far. But hey, it's been a great start to the Messi era for Robert Taylor.
Absolutely. There's going to be 1 or 2 players that will greatly benefit from Leo Messi and could or will make a move back to Europe for big money.
Probably right. And Taylor is among them. Again, coming from
Absolutely.
Finland and all that he's been able to accomplish. Those two now sitting next to each other on the bench. It's been great to see over the last few days, just the relationships that Messi has been able to form with his new teammates already. Case in point, what he did after the game, class act on Friday night, shouting out Ian Frey and his injury, and then holding up Frey's jersey in the locker room for the photo for the fallen teammate, suffering a 3rd torn ACL. The guys love him. He's a captain for a reason. Now it's Mosqueda to the end line, centering it for Barry, who dummied it through, but there was nobody behind him. And it's recovered by Inter Miami just for a moment. Atlanta playing it now in the attacking half. It's scooped through. On the turn, Barry slips it through for Etienne. He goes down. Penalty coming for Atlanta. In the grand scheme of things, might not mean much here in the 84th minute, but Ray Callender might give up that clean sheet, and that's where it matters. You don't want to see that happen.
Absolutely. And Tata Martino walked back not happy about that.
And I spoke too soon, actually. It means more than just that. A red card as well for McVeigh. I didn't think it would be a red card. I wasn't quite sure if it would be Dogso last man, but in the referee's eye, it is a gathering of players around our referee arguing that decision. And in hindsight, it's the right decision. McVeigh pulled him down at the end.
Last player as well. That's an automatic red card.
So injury to Ian Frey, a red card for Chris McVeigh. So now, when we get to the first knockout game, you're down 2 center backs. All you have is Krivtsov, who came off with some sort of ailment tonight, and Kamal Miller. Might have to get creative again at that position because you will not have McVeigh when they take the field for the round of 32.
Yeah, depth will be tested, and an opportunity for another young player like Ryan Saylor, who was picked up in the draft this year and has performed well every time he's played.
Who's going to take this penalty? It looks like Thiago Almada. He's not the only player there. Manuel Hernandez seemed to have the ball in hand, but we've seen that time and again now being the decoy for the guy who's actually going to take it. Almada's next to him.
And this has not been a great year for a player that was absolutely in the top 3 of best performers last year.
He only missed 19 minutes last year.
Christopher McVeigh, who's really struggled as a starter or now as a sub. It spun around, didn't stay with the runner correctly, had to tuck that jersey.
And it will be Almada, 86th minute. Thiago Almada against Drake Callender, a 4-0 lead for Inter Miami. Can Drake Callender preserve the clean sheet for the Herons? Waiting for the whistle from our referee. Almada has a chance to pull one back for Atlanta, give them some confidence here. Almada against Callender, slow run up, and it's saved by Callender. Rebound cleared away. Drake Callender says that clean sheet is safe tonight. Off the recycle for Atlanta, another stop by Callender. This time denies Mosqueda. Didn't think this crowd could get as loud as it did for the goals for Inter Miami. It proved me wrong. 86 minutes, still 4-0.
Drake Callender has been absolutely superb. Doesn't move because Almeida wants him to go one way or the other and then reads it really well and then comes up with a big second save to preserve, as you said, Joe, a shutout that this team desperately wants.
Keeping away from the back here. It's taken by Etienne into the 18. Now Etienne plays it centrally intercepted. Robbie Robinson with it up the right side. '87 minutes into this one. Result never in doubt. Even from the get-go, you had the sense it was going to be something special tonight. Leo Messi, Sergio Busquets, their first starts with Inter Miami. Only took 8 minutes for Leo Messi to get on the score sheet. And then it only took him 14 more minutes to do it again. From there, Robert Taylor got one. Then in the second half, he got two. Now it's centered and cleared away by Kamal Miller. Up in the air. It actually stays in. Dixon Arroyo now heads it out toward midfield. Those are your 4 goals tonight. 2 for Taylor, 2 for Messi. A special night it's been. And you add into that the penalty save for Drake Callender. Now ahead, looking for a 5th goal is Joseph Martinez. Into the area now. Plays it across the box in front. Unable to be settled by Robbie Robinson. Maybe could have gone first time with the left foot for a tap-in. Tried to stop it instead with the right foot. But he gathers it on the far sideline. Cuts in on the right foot. Goes down. And it's a free kick coming for Inter Miami.
Yeah, absolutely right, Joe. I think you want to just to be cute. He can just slot that with the inside of his left foot, and it's an easy tap in. Tries to cut back with the outside of his right foot, gets intercepted, regains possession, though, draws a foul, which means for 10 men right now, very important, because that clock will just keep ticking.
This is in the left channel. Now 15 yards off the end line, 5 yards outside the 18 for the free kick. Not quite shooting range unless Robbie Robinson really wants to test Brad Guzan to his near post and catch him off guard.
Pretty much he'll go for it, Joe.
You think so?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yep.
Robbie Robinson feeling the confidence maybe tonight.
He waved somebody off already.
So he earned the free kick. Now can he do something special? Going for goal. It's over the bar. Brad Guzan, to your point, you could tell. He sensed it was coming after Robinson waved off a teammate because he was cheating 2 steps to that near post.
Yep, he certainly did.
Well, after this, as we're about to tick into the 90th minute, it will be some time off for Inter Miami, about a full week's worth of time off. They'll come back at it next Wednesday, August 2nd, hosting here in the round of 32. Their opponent is to be determined. None of the other groups really have sorted themselves out yet here in this Leagues Cup. Outside the area now for Atlanta. It's laid off to Almada, who was denied on his penalty moments ago by Callender. Cross attempt is blocked by Yedlin. Arroyo trying to clear it. It's loose now at the end line. And it's kept in by Derek Etienne. No, it's not. The assistant referee on the far side says it was over the line. And it actually signaled for a corner. So it'll be a corner from the near sideline now for Atlanta. Waiting for word on stoppage time. Served in, the in-swinger, top of the 6, headed away. Only as far as Ozzy Alonso, who was lining up the volley, but the ball took an awkward hop. Work to the end line by Mosqueda. Floated centrally now for Derek Etienne Jr. Etienne's shot goes harmlessly wide of the far post. 2 minutes of stoppage time tacked on here at Dry Pig Stadium.
And you and I, Joe, could see Messi on the bench. He's wide-eyed and really enjoying this experience. Signing some jerseys, high-fiving his teammates.
Victor Ulloa carries it out of the back. And a free kick just inside of the halfway line for Inter Miami. Special night it's been. Crowd is mostly filed out with this 4-0 lead, and Busquets and Messi already off the field. It's good for us. If we get to the post-game show brought to you by Celsius, we'll get out of here, and the traffic will already be gone.
Yep.
So good for us.
I got an early morning for CBS. And who we're talking about? Messi.
I got a haircut in the morning, so I still got to wake up, but for different reasons.
I can't wait. I'm sprinkling the women's national team in the World Cup against my home country, the Netherlands, as well. I'll give a little preview for anybody that wants to tune in.
And men's and women's World Cup, you were a man divided between the U.S. and the Netherlands back in December and now again here in the summer. So Inter Miami is in South Group 3 here in the Leagues Cup. And the winner of South Group 3 will take on the winner of South Group 2 in the round of 32. So that will be either Orlando, Houston, or Santos Laguna. Orlando beat Houston in penalties in the first game to take 2 points. Right now, Houston is up 2-1 on Santos Laguna at halftime. So in the live table, based on how it would go, it would be Inter Miami hosting Houston a week from tomorrow, August 2nd, here at Dry Pink Stadium.
Love it. Bring it on, baby. Knockout stage is starting. Win, you stay in. Out, you lose. You lose, you're out.
10 seconds to go here. Waiting for the whistle now from our referee to end a momentous evening for Inter Miami. Campana wants some more. Looks to thread it through to Joseph Martinez, taken away by Alonso. There's your final whistle. The new era got here Friday. We were reminded of it further tonight. A 4-0 victory for Inter Miami. A brace for Leo Messi. A brace for Robert Taylor. And Inter Miami, perfect in the group stage of the Leagues Cup, wins South Group 3. And next week, they will host either Houston, Orlando, or Santos Laguna in the round of 32. Special sights here. TR, fireworks overhead, crowds celebrating, and it's been a party all night long. Emphatic 4-0 victory. Took the foot off the gas late, but they did all the hard work already. Drake Callender, a late penalty save to preserve the clean sheet. All 3 points and all smiles tonight.
Yep. Big question is who's going to end up with Messi's jersey? And it's his
should be
teammate.
Almada. It should be Almada. It is. Messi and Almada, the
That's
two
pretty
World
cool.
Cup winners with Argentina, swapping jerseys, embracing at midfield. It was Messi who got the better of Almada tonight. And we'll be back in just a few moments to wrap it all up for you on the Inter Miami postgame show on 560 WQAM, brought to you by Celsius. Once again, your final score, Inter Miami 4, Atlanta 0.
Thanks for listening to MLS Action with Inter Miami CF, presented by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks. Listen to Inter Miami CF here, AM 560 Sports WQAM, FM 99.9 HD2, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Brought to you by Celsius, the official energy drink of Inter Miami CF. Pass to Celsius. Celsius. Still Celsius. Go! Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of Inter Miami CF.
What does summer sound like in a new Chevy? Find the best way to the ballpark with the Chevy Equinox navigation system. Load up the kayaks with room to spare in the spacious Chevy Trailblazer with 60/40 split folding rear seats. Haul out the camper and spend a night roasting marshmallows with the Chevy Silverado. Or feel the roar of the crowd and bring the whole crew along in the Chevy Traverse with seating for up to 8. So what are you waiting for? Click now and find summer happiness in a new Chevy. See your South Florida Chevy dealer. Traverse seating up to 8 standard and LS available on LT with second row bench seat, RS Premier, and High Country seat 7.
Get your staycation ideas flowing and celebrate your best summer ever in Greater Fort Lauderdale with 101 unforgettable experiences. Hi, it's Tamara G, and you can find them all at visitlauderdale.com/summer. Fly above the water on a flyboard with Aquaflight, or you can scuba dive or snorkel in Lauderdale by the Sea or on Hollywood Beach. And throughout August, you can also enjoy Dine Out Lauderdale, extraordinary culinary experiences for everyone under the sun. Learn more at dineoutlauderdale.com.
We all deserve easy mornings. Meet Daily Harvest, the easiest way to conquer your morning with quick, nourishing, and delicious food. Made with sustainably sourced fruits and veggies and delivered right to your door. Their strawberry and peach smoothie or apple and cinnamon oat bowl are the perfect addition to my morning routine. So don't wait. Go to dailyharvest.com and enter promo code HARVEST for up to $65 off your first order. That's dailyharvest.com, promo code HARVEST for up to $65 off.
The second half of the baseball season is here, and each game means a little bit more. We're talking pennant races and wild card chases, with each pitch bringing us closer to the playoffs. The free Odyssey app lets you listen to live play-by-play of your local team. So no matter what you're up to, you'll never have to miss another game. Download the free Odyssey app today and keep baseball close by all summer long. That's AUDACY. Odyssey.
Time to recap this Inter Miami CF match. It's the Celsius Essential Energy Drinks postgame show where Inter Miami plays. AM 560 Sports WQAM, FM 99.9 HD2, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Brought to you by Celsius, the official energy drink of Inter Miami CF. Pass to Celsius. Celsius. Still Celsius. Go! Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of Inter Miami CF.
Welcome into the post-game show here on 560 WQAM, brought to you by Celsius. Alongside Thomas Roggen, I'm Joe Malfa. Happy to have you with us as we wrap up what was an outstanding evening for Inter Miami in every aspect. A dominant 4-0 victory over Atlanta to win the group here in the Leagues Cup and clinch a spot hosting in the next round at home, the round of 32 a week from tomorrow against either Orlando, Houston, or Santos Laguna. And it'd be something if it was the rival Orlando coming to town for that round of 32 matchup. So the 4-0 victory tonight was 2 goals for Messi, 2 goals for Robert Taylor. And we'll take you back through the highlights now. The goal scoring started back in minute number 8. Leo Messi opens it, and it's his second goal for the club. Busquets settles now at midfield. Over the top to Messi. Flag stays down. Messi coming in alone on Guzan to his left. Off the post. Rebound. He scores! Messi, earlier than Friday, still giving these fans something to get on their feet about. It's 1-0 Inter Miami. His second goal in, I guess, what was that, about 10 minutes of game played? 94th minute the previous game, 8th minute tonight, and then he only had to wait 14 more to make it 2-0. To the right wing for Yedlin, and Yedlin has his back, wins it. Now it's Messi across midfield. With some space, it's Leo Messi, darting at that back line, plays it through to Taylor at the end line. Taylor in front, it's Messi! 2 in the first half for Leo Messi! A show he put on Friday, the encore here on Tuesday. It's all Inter Miami. And that would not be the last time this crowd was on its feet celebrating tonight. There were 3 more distinct occasions where that happened. One was a penalty save. The other 2, a pair of Robert Taylor goals. And the first of those 2 Taylor goals came in the 44th minute. To the right wing for Yedlin. Yedlin knocks it centrally for Messi. Gets by one defender, Uzanaz from the crowd. A nice move. Messi with it. Edge of the area. Top of the box now for Kramaski. Waits for it to come down. Finds Taylor. Robert Taylor makes it 3-0 into Miami. Any word I said could not have done that justice. Do yourself a favor. Go look up that clip of the Robert Taylor goal in the 44th minute. A slicing left-footed volley to the upper 90 past Brad Guzan. His finish in the 53rd minute, maybe not as highlight reel, but just as clinical as he kissed it off the post. A perfectly executed counterattack between, once again, Messi and Taylor in the 53rd minute. To the right wing for Yedlin. Yedlin knocks it centrally for Messi. Gets by one defender, Uzanaz from the crowd. A nice move. Messi with it. Edge of the area. Top of the box now for Kramaski. Waits for it to come down. Finds Taylor. Robert Taylor makes it 3-0 into Miami. And excuse us, that was the first Robert Taylor goal once again. We have the second Robert Taylor goal for you as well. Came in the 53rd minute to make it 4-0 Inter Miami. Now we'll work on it, but it was a 4-0 victory in the end for Inter Miami.
In the meantime, Messi's and Busquets' kids are just walking on the field, which they've never been able to do anywhere else in the world, by the way.
Unbelievable. And we do have it for you now. Messi to Taylor to ice everything in the 53rd minute at 4-0. Outswinger coming from Lennon. Drives it to the near sideline, and it's really playable for Atlanta. Comes all the way back out, circulated to Lennon. Messi intercepts it at midfield. Kramaski's running with him. Messi across the halfway line, 2v3, but Kramaski is with Messi stride for stride. That's Taylor, pardon me. Taylor in the 18. Taylor! A brace for Taylor, and a 6 for Messi. It's 4-0 Inter Miami. It's a party at Draw Pick Stadium. What a showing in every facet for Inter Miami. The exclamation point, a late penalty save for Drake Callender, who officially ended up with 7 saves on the evening in this 4-0 victory. All smiles, all celebrations here at Dry Pig Stadium. We're back at
We all deserve easy mornings. Meet Daily